My name is Kai Hansen. I'm the producer of Cost of the Living, a ZomRomCom, which is an independent film through LTJ Films, and it's coming out really soon. So this video is to show you how to do makeup for the zombies that you can see in our film, in the hopes that maybe you decide to do this for a zombie march or Halloween, maybe for one of our premieres, something like that. So I'll start with the supplies that we need. We start with the palest concealer that you can find. Then we use just a powder, dry powder. We have two eyeshadow type items here. A Braun eye color matte and it's called Coquette in this brand, but really it's just like a jade colored eyeshadow. Then we have a flesh colored lipstick, and we also use a deep red lip liner and your basic clown white makeup. And then just a bunch of brushes. We have a bigger one for the powder, the smaller ones for the eyeshadow, and of course a makeup sponge. So we're going to be putting the makeup today on my beautiful sister Emily, and here we go. So we're going to start with the concealer, and make sure you spread it nice and evenly on the face. Have them close their eyes to get their eyelids. And our zombies also have the makeup on their ears, so remember that. You have to cover as much of the neck as possible. And we'll move on to the powder. Just make sure that the concealer stays on a little better. And we take our jade colored eyeshadow, little brush. We're gonna go along her laugh lines here and under her eye like this. And then we have to give her a nice little bruise in her temple region. And we'll do that on the other side as well. This can be a little haphazard because you're going to be blending later with your fingers, and so it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we add some wrinkle lines. Cool. And then we'll move on to the Braun color. And with this one, you pretty much just follow the same lines that you've done with the jade. So I'm gonna do this. And go right on top. And you do not need the Braun to go on the top of the forehead. That is just for the jade. And we put the flesh colored lipstick on there. It's okay if you don't get it perfectly on the lips, because ideally it blends in with the rest a little bit. And then you're gonna grab your jade again, or Coquette. And you make these nice little lines here. Just like that. And now we will start with the blending. So you can see that that already gives her lips a kind of dried out look we're looking for. We'll start blending the rest of her face. You can use a brush for something like this, but we've actually found that just using your fingers works best for blending. So with our lip liner, we're going to ask our victim to keep their eyes up, but open as much as possible. And you gotta get as close to the eye as you can. So, we're pretty much done with Emily here, at least on her face. But if you would like, you can add more bruising, as we did with the temples, by using, again, the brawn and the jade type color. Just add bruises anywhere you like on the face or anywhere else on the body. You can also, if you're getting really into it, do some latex work. You could put a bandage and a ZCore logo to make it really simple. And you can also get some tooth decay from a costume shop, or you can buy it online, and that ends up looking really gross and wonderful on your feet. So any parts of your body that are going to be exposed or not covered by clothing, you're going to want to use the clown white makeup on. And you want to apply this as if it's lotion. Idea is to make it look somewhat like the paleness of the face without using all of the expensive concealer on places like your hands. So we're going to put it on here. We're going to teach you how to make the ZCore headbands, and as you can see, we've placed it behind her ear on this side, and on this side the black circle needs to go right here, just below your temple, and it's very important to keep it there because that's where the drill would have gone in to remove the lateral hypothalamus, thus completing your procedure as a tamed zombie. And for clothing, you want to dress in professional clothes, work type clothes, because our zombies work. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to construct them. And also to find the graphic, the ZCore Graphic, just look below and the link will be there. Once you've printed out your graphic, you're going to have it on both sides like this, and those two are going to need to get cut out just along the edges there, and they're going to be glued together, which is why we need both pieces. Okay, so now you've cut out your two pieces, and you're gonna want to take some black marker and just black out the edges so that you can't see inside of it. And you've glued it together in the middle, and then you want to take some brass tacks and punch them through so that they look like pieces of metal, and you want to cut the tail ends off of those so you can super glue the brass tacks inside, and then you want to seal that up. Then we take our headbands that you can get really at any store, and you want to slip the ZCore label inside there. Last thing you want to do is grab a black piece of construction paper and cut out a circle for yourself. Then you're going to want to put two brass tacks into it, and on the other side just fold them over. And what you're going to do with this piece is glue it to the headband like such. It's going to look like this. And that is how you make our ZCore headband. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, you can make our cheap Zee headband. It's a little more complicated, so we're not going to go through it step by step, but a lot of the steps are similar in a way. We're using the same black headband. You can get these large corks at an art supply store. And what you want to do is cut a hole in it so that you can attach the black headband. You can just glue it in there. We used a little red nail polish for the edges, as if blood. And then we used some gardening wire, poked that in there, and then we have our graphics, and you can find those below. And we have the Cheap Zee logo for the end of the cork, and our beautiful Cheap Zee head on the end here, and this is played by our very good friend Andre Boudreau. And so you can print his head out and put it on your Cheap Zee, and just like the ZCore, it goes behind the ear on the right side, And on the left side, you want to put it in that same spot right in front of the ear, because that is where Cheap Zee would have ice-picked a hole to complete the reanimation operation. So now we've shown you how to do our zombie makeup and how to make our zombie headbands. Thank you for watching this video. We hope to see you at future zombie events and our premiere when that takes place. And we'd like to thank my sister Emily for her wonderful cooperation here. If you'd like to learn more about cost of living a ZomRomCom, you can go to www.lovethyjob.com/ZomRomCom.